Panchatattvatmakam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktaksham Namami Bhakta Saktikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Okay, Hare Krishna. So we have Hindi and Telugu translation happening there. So our Motisasi Pro is doing Telugu translation, and then I think Sadhu Seven Pro is doing Hindi translation. So if somebody needs, किसी को अगर हिंदी के अनुवाद चाहिए तो उस कोने में जा सकते हैं. एंड तेलुगु कोटिससी. हरे हरे कृष्णा. गो. Yes, it is by the causeless mercy of Sri Gaur Nitai Panchatattva, Radha Madhav Astasaki, Lord Nrsimhadev, all our Guru Parampara, we are here. So this is our real home. Some of us might be thinking that we have come from home, but we should realize that this is our. One time, some of the devotees, they were telling Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj, our Yatra is over. Now we are going home. Maharaj corrected, and this devotee said, you are not going home. You are going away from home. So you should have that mood that yes, the desire to come back home as quickly as possible. Yes, it is by the divine arrangement, by the causeless mercy, we are here. Some of us might be thinking that, oh, we have come by train, by flight, by, I don't know, especially in Bangalore, we had a very adventurous journey through taxi, through bus, and through so many ways. So, yes, they might be the instruments for carrying us here, but the real instrument, the real cause of coming here in this place is the causeless mercy of Lord Nitya. Nothing else, nothing else, nothing else. Right? It's only when we receive the mercy of Lord Nitya, only when we are showered that blessings of Srila Prabhupada, we get an opportunity to associate with so wonderful devotees in a dham like Navadip Dham. So why we come to dham? Why we come to dham? Because it's a holiday time, everybody is going somewhere, and we have also chosen a place to come. Or as our Bhakti Vriksha leader, our center leaders, they are saying, yes, you must go to a place because we have now spent some time, you should know. And because somebody said we have come here. Why we have come? Yes, somebody is saying that, yes, we have come here to enjoy. Because, yes, that's a beautiful Ganga river is there. Somebody are thinking that, oh, it's really hot, how can you enjoy? But people need some break from the misery, from the miserable life, right? That they still, is a good, right? But some devotees are saying that we'll come, for purifying ourselves, because we are so much of surcharged with the sinful activity, sinful reactions, and we just want to deposit something here. Right? But our Acharyas, they say that our real purpose of coming here, right, is to please Gaurnitai, to please Radha Madhav, to please Prabhupada, right? Yes, on our own, right? Yeah. We cannot do anything. Yeah. So we come here only for the pleasure. Huh? Uh, you see that when we go back to our paternal house or maternal house, like our grandfathers, right? Yes, village, surroundings might be great, or we think that okay, it's a nice place, but the most important place is to really please them, to please the grandparents, right? They feel so happy. Mataji is nodding the head. Okay, whenever my grandchildren comes, I'm so happy. Yes, uh, similarly, when I come here, when I come back home, uh, then Prabhupada is happy, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur happy. This is the place of all our acharyas. So yes, we have come here to please them, and not to really please ourselves. So this is a very important, very, very, very important thing to understand. We have not come here to enjoy. We have come here to serve. Right? This is very important for all of us, because this is the place, right? This is the place. We can say like currency converter, right? Like if you want to go to the spiritual world, you have to convert, right? All our karmic tendencies and a karmic जो घड़ा जो भरा हुआ है, right? Right? To transform that enjoyment mentality to the serving attitude, right? To transform ourselves from that bhoga bruti to seva bruti. That is the purpose, right? How can we get, more and more, right? Desire to serve the holy name, serve the devotees, serve our acharyas. That is the reason we have come here, right? Yes, that is one reason. What is the second reason? Yesterday, Prabhuji was saying that, right? We hear of this Panchanga Bhakti, right? Sadhu Sangha Nama Kirtan, Bhagavat Sravan, Mathura Vasrimurtira Swadhaya Sevan. Right? Yes, we understand that in our 64 limbs of devotional service that Rupa Goswami has given, these five are very important. And this place is so favorable, right? This place, right? We prioritize that, yes, this is the life. We understand that once we come here, right? We align our priorities of our life, based on that. Like people, they go to retreat, for 2 days camp. I remember Prabhuji was saying that he had gone for some camp, right? For the yearly planning to look back what we have done. So this is the place. Once we go in front of Panchatattva, Radha Madhav, we share our report. Oh, last time, before I came here or till now, what I have done in my life, or maybe last 1 year back I had come, or 5 years back I had come. I give a report, right? Oh, see what I have done so far, but this is what I want to do. You see, still I am a fallen, still I am a wretched, still I have so much anarthas, but please, grant your mercy. Please shower your mercy. Right? This is the place we come, right? How we can really prioritize these things, how we can really purify our intent, of our seva that we do, how we can, increase our intensity of devotional service that we do. I remember one devotee, had come from Russia. So one devotee was sharing his room with this Russian devotee, and this devotee had a kind of a lot of mosquito bites. This devotee, especially Western devotees, their body is really fair, and if something is there, it really becomes very clearly visible. And all over the reddish marks were there, and that he was asking, why, what happened to you? No, some mosquitoes were biting, but I am happy. Why are you happy? Because mosquito biting means anything can really happen. And this devotee was saying that, this Russian devotee, yes, this is a dirty blood, and all the agents of Mahaprabhu, they are taking it away now. And now I am taking prasadam, I am getting the mercy of Gaur Nitai. Of course, I am not asking you to imitate that. Right? But you see, like you cannot believe, right? What exactly we are receiving, right? Especially Chiradadatam Nijagoptavetam. Right? This Chiradadatam, like since a long time, right? Nobody has given this kind of a mercy. Because for us, yesterday, Yesterday, somebody was saying that mercy means if the server team, he gives 2 more paneers. For us, that is a mercy. We think who is the biggest donor? Oh, he's my best friend. But the real friend is the one who really, gives us that what we have been really searching for millions of lifetimes. Right? And that's what the Lord is here, waiting for the devotees, waiting for the distracted, deviated souls. Oh, you have gone away from my place since a long time, and now you have come back. I'm so happy. Please remain here, or please be in that consciousness. Right? And third reason, right? This is the desire of the devotees, right? To follow Mahaprabhu, right? We are all Gaudiyas, right? But we don't become Gaudiyas just by putting some tilak, kantimala, and just we have some chanting bead. This is not the sign of a Gaudiya. Gauda means they should have a Gaura Achar, Gaura Vichar, and Gaura Prachar. Right? So here we come here to understand the activities of Mahaprabhu, the pastimes of Mahaprabhu, the mood of Mahaprabhu, the preaching activities of Mahaprabhu, and not only Mahaprabhu, but his associates. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Gaura Amar Jesabasthane Kariva Brahmana Range Sesabasthane Herivo Ami Pranai Bhakata Sange. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that in this bhajan, Suddha Bhakata Charana Renu, very beautiful bhajan, where Bhaktivinoda Thakur is really narrating what are the triggers, what are those, favorable ambiences through which we can develop our devotional service. And one of the component here is saying that Gaura Amara Jesavasthane, whichever the place Gauranga Mahaprabhu has traveled, and whichever place Mahaprabhu has appeared, right? Karala Brahmana Range, right? Wherever Mahaprabhu has really gone, right? Sesavasthane Herivami, and I'll go to that places, not alone. Pranai Bhakata Sange, with the devotees who have that love for Gauranga. Gauranga! Right? Somebody might ask, oh, why, this whole universe, the whole world, even Bengaluru also, is the creation of the Lord. Lord likes everybody. Why we have to come to this Mayapur Dham only? What would you say to them? You also might be thinking, no, like, yes, this whole creation is of Lord only. Why specific? We should come only to this place. Somebody was really answering this. He was saying that, yes, maybe a big landlord might have thousands of acres of properties, and he loves each of the piece of the land that he is having. But at the same time, once he comes back to his home, he feels so pleasant. Isn't it? Right? Yes. The Lord loves everybody. Right? At the same time, right? This home, this is a real home of Mahaprabhu. This is a place. Yesterday we heard that all the lords have come, right? Like, even Lord Ramchandra has come, right? Once we go to Madhuram Deep, on that day we'll discuss about that pastime. All our acharyas have come. Right? This is the place, we'll go around, we'll see how our acharyas, like, how Prabhupada had kind of served so nicely, right? Bhaktivedanta Sudhir Thakur here only, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is here, right? Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhajan Kutri will see, and his Samadhi Mandir will see. We'll see Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, through years, we'll visit Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, right? All our acharyas, they are here, right? We should understand, right? What exactly their mood, what exactly they have done here, right? Right. Then fourth reason that we come here, right? That yes, we come here to absorb ourselves, right? Observe, like currently our whole our spiritual right this volume, spiritual strength. Once you go back, it's really empty, right? But once you come here to recharge, right? People are really look forward to, devotees look forward to that once in a year, how will I go Yatra, or maybe, once in a couple of months, how will I go to Yatra to recharge myself. I remember one devotee, right, like he has a quota that every year I'll go to these 10 dhams, right, and now he has relocated to US, and still he ensures that he takes a 1 month break and not to spend time with his, this and that, but he ensures that he, visits all the dhams, right? That's the, desire we should have. That how we should be, once we come here, right? We should open our heart. We should open our heart, not like keep it closed. Oh, I know this place. Oh, I know this pastime. Oh, I know all these devotees. Please don't take it for granted, right? Please open up yourself. Cry out. Yes, must be thinking, oh, this hearing, we also do it in our respective centers. But no, right? There is a lot of difference. Right? Once you just hear some class, oh, somebody might think, oh, I'm hearing a lot of YouTube classes, right? Or I might be, watching some videos, or I might be meeting also the devotees in the center, right? That's a huge difference, right? Once you come and do dandavat in the, in the temple, right, in front of Panchatattva, Radha Madhav Vastasaki, or once you, let's say, go to our Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mandir, you just offer some prayer, you chant one round there. This will be memorable for your lifetime. And not only yourself, but especially, who have come with the kids, I would really congratulate them. I know it's a very difficult to bring the kids, but still, you have taken that sacrifice. And for the kids, it's so, so, so important. So important. And my daughter was saying that, do you remember, 10 years back, we had come here, we had gone this place, we had chanted here. Oh, do you remember, we had come here and we sang this bhajan. It's so memorable. And this is the true value that we can really give. The true treasure, the true gift that we can give to our kids. Right? By bringing them and giving them the experience of the spiritual world. Otherwise, ghar pe, they always hear that, mummy says something, papa says something, colleagues or friends say something. But once we come here, we see that what is that loving mood, right? Through which we can really take, we can absorb just like a sponge, right? We come here just like a sponge, right? Not that covered with all the dirt. We try to take it away. That's it. Visaya chadiya kabe suddha have manat, right? So we should try to get rid of all the sense gratification desires and moods. And then we should take shelter. We should really cry it out, right, for the mercy of Gaurnita here. Right? Yes, we should absorb, right? And fifth, most important thing, what is that? We come here and at the end, we should have some takeaways. Yes, once we go to Vrindavan, we said that, oh, we go to Lavi Bazaar, Prabhuji, I got nice, what is that, gopi dress, nice kurtas. Do you know, especially Mahaprabhu, when he was traveling South India, he also had some takeaways. Yes, he was giving, profusely, right, the holy name. At the same time, he ensured that he also takes something from the South India. Do you remember what he took? What he brought? Yeah? He brought this book of Brahma Samhita from Adikesav temple. He brought the book of Krishna Karnamrita, right? He also said, oh, this is really nice. I really bring it back. On Prabhupada, he was traveling, right, to the different places. Right, like he went to Jaipur. Oh, this fragrance, is very nice. I'll kind of, offer it to the Lord. Yes, we should also have some takeaways from here. Don't go empty-handed. Yes, you might be thinking that I'll ensure that, my suitcase is not double, or I'll bring one more suitcase, I'll buy one more suitcase with so many, clothes and so many, other paraphernalias. Right, that's good. Right? Okay, you'll kind of get some Vaishnava attires and things like that. But most important is that carry some, like as you said, this mood of seva bhav, right? This mood that what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us, right? He has given this. Yes, you chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and the another important thing that we should really cultivate in our life, right? Trinadapi suni chena taroriva sahisnuna amanina mana dena kirtaniya sadahari. This is the formula that we should take. This is the mood that we say take it away from here. All are aligned? Still, we are not clear, right? Yes, sometimes we might not have that mood, but at least we should pray to Gaur Nitai. We should pray in front of the acharyas, right? Yes, I want to have this clear in my heart, right? So, and now, especially Navadip Dham, right? It's a very, very it's called Audarya Dham. It's a very, very merciful. Our Acharya is saying that Yes, especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, right? Like, Aradhya Bhagavana Prajai Satanayas Tadhama Vrindavana. Yes, we should pray to the Lord Krishna, who is a Prajai Satanayas, whose address is Vrindavan. Right? But then, how do you really approach Vrindavan? How do you really approach Krishna? Especially our Prabhupada Saraswati and all our acharyas, they are saying that unless we take shelter of Navadip, we cannot enter Vrindavan. Unless we take shelter of Gaur Nitai, we cannot take shelter of Krishna Balaram. I'll tell you one secret today. Would you like to hear? Please don't, I would say, please tell everybody this secret. So, very, 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 very important one, right? Because I told you, right, you will take so many takeaways, right? It's one takeaway, right? That yes, we have heard so many times that Lord is not different than his holy names. Abhinatvam nama namina. Lord and his names are not different. At the same time, Rupa Goswami is saying in Amastakam, the name of the Lord is more merciful than the Lord himself. Right? So once we chant intensely, we can really have the presence of the Lord in our heart. Similarly, right? Navadip Dham and Vrindavan Dham, they are not different. They are not different. At the same time, Navadip Dham is more merciful than Vrindavan Dham. Haribo! And third one, yes, Jai Gaura Sai Krishna, Sai Jagannath, right? Lord Krishna is not different than Gauranga Mahaprabhu. But then this place where Mahaprabhu has appeared, right? This is glorious. And why it is glorious? Because Mahaprabhu has appeared, right? So even this is more glorious than Vrindavan Dham. And Mahaprabhu is more glorious than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like somehow we are planning to go to Jagannath Babaji Maharaj, but somehow we had rescheduled it, right? So Jagannath Babaji Maharaj used to say that, like he was staying somewhere in Vrindavan Dham in Surya Kund. And then he decided to come to Navadip Dham, and all the devotees there, they were very attached to Jagannath Babaji. They were saying that, Babaji Maharaj, please stay here. We are so attached to you, want to take your association. And then Jagannath Babaji Maharaj used to say that, no, I cannot stay here. I'll go to the more merciful place. Because here all of you are qualified. That's why you are staying here. But I am fallen. And I want to go to this Navadip Dham. So here in this place, right, everybody gets the chance. Patra vichara nahi sthana sthan jai jaha payata kare premadan. So here, right, Srila Prabhupada, he writes in one of the purports in Adi Leela, Chaitanya Charitamrita 7th chapter. He writes that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is more merciful than Krishna. Right? Because Krishna, when he came in this Dwapar Yuga, right, he says that, Sarva Dharman Parityaja, you surrender everything and then you come to me. But he knows that in this Kali Yuga, how people are so fallen, what to think of Sarva Dharman? We cannot leave our mobile phone for 1 minute. Right? He knows what is the condition, how much conditioned we are. Right? So he's saying that, yes, nobody is disqualified from getting the mercy of Mahaprabhu. And especially in Chaitanya Charitamrita, once again, I think 14th chapter, first verse, right? Srila Prabhupada rating once again. The person who is more fallen, is more qualified to receive the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So here Mahaprabhu does not see where are you coming from. Oh, somebody is a Gruhastha, somebody is a coming from this background, coming from so fallen place like hippie lands. He doesn't see anywhere. Right? He's saying, what is your intent? What exactly you want? He sees that. At least you are not able to serve the devotees. You are not able to serve Dham here. At least have a desire to serve. Is it clear? What is it? At least have a desire to serve. Even your desire to serve, Mahaprabhu will take that desire. Right? And he will really make us eligible. He will really take us and he will really give us this Krishna prem. That is the mercy of Mahaprabhu. Right? Yes. And how do you get that faith? And this faith, we get it, by coming in the association of the devotees and hearing the glories. There is a nice pastime in Puri. How many of you are there in our Puri Yatra? 2 years back. Some of you are there. Right? And we discussed our Kartik Prabhu only was discussing about King Pratap Rudradev. He was telling that beautiful pastime. And then, he was telling that how one the devotees from Mayapur, right, from this Vrindam, this Navadip Dham, they all used to go, right, to Puri, not for, one day with a flight, or 2 hours, or maybe some, bus or train. They used to walk for weeks, and they used to come to Puri. And not that, once again, eager to go back to their home, they used to stay there for 4 months. Right? And after that, they used to come back. And then when the devotees were coming, and the king, he got surprised from where these devotees have come. I have not seen this kind of kirtan at any time. I have not seen this kind of effulgent devotees from anywhere. Who are they? And who is this devotee? Right? And who is really leading everything? Right? And then, right? And during the discussion, right? Sarvam Bhattacharya, he replies to King Prataprudra that you are saying this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is non-different than Krishna. And all the associates of Mahaprabhu, they are non-different than the associates of Krishna. They have come here to assist Mahaprabhu. At that time, king replies, Raja kohe bhatta tumi Vigyasi Ramani. Oh, Sarvam Bhattacharya, you are Vigyasi Ramani. Tumi tare Krishna kaha taha satyamani. Whoever, the faith means, if you are saying something that, oh, he is a Krishna, I have that, trust in you, right? Yes, we have so much of doubts within our heart, right? But, instead of, having a faith in so many things, so many people, so many places, why not try it out, giving this little bit of Shraddha, Shraddha Mulli, right? Like that's what Nityananda Prabhu is saying, just give little bit of Shraddha, right? And then you will see, what exactly you will get it, how our heart will be some overwhelmed, with that love and devotion. Right? And for your friends, yes, as we were hearing yesterday, this Navadip Dham, we have 9 Deepas. And the first Deepa is Antar Deepa, which represents Navida Bhakti, Atma Nivedana. And then today we'll be going to Simantadwip. And Simantadwip, there are so many beautiful places are there. But in this Navadiva Bhakti, it represents what? Sravanam. Very good. Thank you. Yes. This is the place once we go there, we should have the desire. We should have that mood. How can I really intensify my hearing? How should I develop that eagerness to hear Krishna Katha, right? From the devotees of the Lord. And Prabhupada writes that the eagerness to hear Krishna Katha is our first qualification in the spiritual journey. Do you remember? Please, can you repeat it? Our eagerness to hear Krishna Katha is our first qualification in the spiritual journey. Yes, we might not have anything, but somehow we should develop that eagerness to hear Krishna Katha, right? In the association of the devotees, right? And rest all, right? There is nothing else is required. So once we hear, once we do Sravanam, and then we'll follow the Kirtana. Yeah, we should realize that Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga Dhana. Bhakti Dhana, Krishna Name Smarana Krandana. Right? This Bhakti Yoga is a true treasure. Right? We don't have any other treasure. Any other treasure is not important in our life. Right? That will just go away in just a matter of time. But the real treasure is that Bhakti Dhana, Krishna Nama Smarana Kandana. This is the verdict of Vrindavan Das Thakur and Chaitanya Bhagavat. What is the real treasure? Krishna Nam Smarana Krandana. Yes, we should, have that intense mood after hearing. It should translate to Kirtan. It should translate to Smaran. It should translate to Pada Sevanam. Right? So our hearing, right? There's another pastime, maybe we'll discuss sometime later. But then the real test of our hearing is that, because Srila Prabhupada has given very simple translation of our Hare Krishna Mahamantra prayer. Yes, once you're chanting this holy name means we are asking, oh Lord, please engage me in my devotional service. Right? Right. And that, right, that aspiration to serve is the purport of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Right? And then once we are sufficiently, right, nourished with that holy name, right, it's to translate into the devotees, serving the devotees, act in the devotional service. Right? First the aspiration in the devotional service, Harinam, and then Vaishnava Seva is act in the devotional service. Right? And then once we are saturated with the devotional service, we should awake that devotional service also with everybody. And that should lead to Jivadaya. These are the three principles of our Gaudiya Sampradaya. We thought that we'll discuss what are the important principles of our Gaudiya Vaishnavas. First is Nam Ruchi, right? To develop our taste for hearing the holy names of the Lord, right? How we should develop that eagerness to hear more and more Krishna's names, right? Because most of the times we chant, but then we are thinking something else, we are doing something else. But then we should develop that ruchi, and that ruchi will not come automatically. We have to put our effort, right? And this is the place we can pray that how can I hear the names so distinctly? Yes, at the same time, especially Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that Bahu janme kare yadi Sravana Kirtana tabuta na paye Krishna Prema Dhana. And even if you are chanting so many millions of lifetimes of Sravana and Kirtan, still you will not get Krishna Prem. Because all of us, so far we have heard that by chanting, we will get Krishna Prem. But Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that Bahu janme kare yadi Sravana Kirtan. After even chanting, Bahu janma, still you will not get Krishna Prem. What it is? Is it not contradictory? How to really understand it? Right? What in Bhagavatam also it is mentioned that because of anarthas, we are not able to receive the mercy of the holy name. Right? At the same time, once you take shelter of Gaur Nitai, Gaur Nityananda, Nityananda Gauranga, but they don't take care of the offenses that is taken care while we chant the holy names of the Lord. So that's the reason we chant Panchatattva mantra in the beginning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Right? To take shelter of Gaur Nitai. Right? So now this is the place, this is the important principle we should remember. That whenever we are chanting the holy names of the Lord, please cry for the mercy of Gaur Nitai. Right? Once you cry for the mercy of Gaur Nitai, right? And then we'll really be able to test this holy name of the Lord. We'll get the real benefit of the holy names of the Lord. Yeah. Yes, because once again, because Gauranga and Nityananda, these two brothers, they are very merciful. Very, very merciful. Want to see that a little endeavor, from his dear devotees, they kind of give everything. Right? Yes. This is the place of hearing. We should have that desire to hear Srila Prabhupada's books. We should read Srila Prabhupada's books. We should, hear Prabhupada's Bani. Right? He has given so much to us. How can we be so ungrateful? Right? As we said, this is our real treasure. Real treasure, right, is not that what we have in our locker, in our, jewelry box. The real treasure is that message that all our acharyas have given, right? And how we can really take them in our heart. How we can really, use that message to increase our faith. That is really our treasure, right? That's why, otherwise, we are always in anxiety. Always in anxiety. Especially in Bhagavatam, first canto, 6th chapter, Narad Muni saying, Etadhiyatura chittanam matra svarsa ichhayamuhu bhava sindhu plava drishta haricharya anuvarnanam. Right? He's saying that yes, everybody is always in anxiety. Right? Etadhiyatura chittanam. They are always in chinta, which is non-different than chitta. But chitta एक बार जलाती है, चिंता बार बार जलाती है, they say, right? Right? We are always in chinta of so many things. But here, how to really get rid of the chintas of so many things? By taking shelter of the holy names, by taking shelter of this pastimes of the Lord. Yes, our Bhagavad Gita also, Lord has given this happiness formula. Anybody knows what is the happiness formula in Bhagavad Gita? Yeah, that is a peace formula. Bhaktaram Yajna Tapasam is a peace formula. But what is the real happy formula? The bliss. In Bhagavad Gita, everything is there. Anybody knows? Oh, we have done Gita course already. Yes. This is a part of Chaturshloki. Machita Madgata. So, Parasparam Kathayantascha Mam Nityam Tusyanti cha Ramanti cha. This is what, right? And what will really, the happiness formula for a devotee is that Machita Madgatana Bodhayanta Parasparam. So once we come together, how we can inspire each other in Krishna Katha. Yes, once we come together, we have so many topics to discuss. But the real association means how we can inspire each other in Krishna Katha, in Krishna Naam. So this is a really happiness formula. So you are getting so many formulas. Now it's really up to us to take into our heart and really apply it. So now we are in the Simantadwip. I will be going to Simantadwip in a short while. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as he was in Puri, and as we were discussing that how so many devotees from Navadip Dham, they used to go to Puri and spend some time. At the same time, when the devotees were returning, they were very, very, morose that how can we really leave the association of Mahaprabhu now, right? And at that point of time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would be giving a specific instruction to, specific individually. And then there are two brothers, especially who was a Raja Purohit during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time in Puri, who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu transformed. We had visited his house also in Puri. Who was that? Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Haribo! Yes, that is one of the first pastime that happens in Puri on the first day of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming to Puri. Right? And then he had his brother also who was staying in Navadip. He was staying in this Vidyanagar. And his name is Vidya Vachaspati. And this is the two brothers. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was really giving instruction to these two brothers. He was saying that, how these two brothers, how they should really serve the Lord. Daro jala rupe Krishna prakata samprati darasana snane kara jivera mukati. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that in this age of Kali, Lord has appeared in two forms. Would like to hear? What are they? He's saying Daru and Jala. Any guess? What is Daru means? And how he appears in the wood? Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki! Right? Yes. And today we'll be visiting our Jagannath Dham in Rajapur. It is mentioned that this place is where Lord Jagannath is even more merciful because he is there in Audarya Dham. Right? And the second is that Jala Rupe. What is Jala Rupe? How the Lord appears in the form of water. Anybody knows? Yes. Yes. It's Mother Ganga. Right? Yes, this place is not different than the Lord because it is really coming from the lotus feet of the Lord. It's Tadiya. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Daru Brahma Rupe Saksata Sri Purusatama. And Daru Brahma, Lord Jagannath, is there in Srikshetra Puri. And Sarva Bhattacharya, you should serve him. And your brother, Vidya Vachaspati, he should be in Navadip and he should serve this Bhagirathi Haya Saksat Jala Brahma. Jala Brahma Sama. So you understand today, Daru Brahma and Jala Brahma. So Daru Brahma, and we are so fortunate today. So we will be having darshan of these two. Right? Yes. We will be going to Jala Brahma. That is a river Ganges. And somebody might be thinking that, this is just like any other river, any other water. Yeah, especially, of course, if somebody is really coming from the Bengaluru, he's more eager to now going to the river, going to the water, because we are so thirst. We are so now in a deserted place, right? And especially Ballavacharya, he says that his mother Ganga has three forms. How many forms? Three forms. He says that some people get the benefit of Mother Ganga, right, by nourishing. They think that, oh, this Mother Ganga is a gift of the nature. Oh, we get so much of water for drinking, for bathing, for some industrial purpose, for some transportation purpose, right? And nourishing the different crops, right? So they think that, oh, Ganga is the really the life of India, right? And this whole belt of West Bengal, like, it's so famous, right, for this rice crops and so on. The second form of people, right, they consider Mother Ganga as a place of pilgrimage, right? I think next year in this month of January, we'll have Mahakumbha in Prayag, right? All you see that all the cities on the bank of Ganga, they are so pious, right? Talk about Ganga, Varanasi, and so many places, right? Place of pilgrimage. So you just take a dip in Ganga, right? You'll get free from all the anarthas. You'll get a good husband. You'll get a good wife. Or if you have a husband and wife, you'll make sure that you'll be a good one, right? You'll get so many, right? Or desires will get fulfilled, right? That's a kind of a second form, that benediction that we get from Mother Ganga. And third form of benediction, or third form, like kind of people, they really see Ganga as the divine goddess, as non-different than coming as the Antaranga Sakti of Lord Krishna, right? How she is the internal potency of Krishna, and she can really give Gauranga Prem, right? That is the real benefit that we have come here. So, right, we are not going to Ganga, right, for the first purpose or even the second purpose. We are going to this river Ganga today to really to achieve that Gauranga Prema. Would you really like to understand how Ganga was so dear to Nimai? Would you like to hear? Because you see that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, right, on the day of this full moon, on that day was Grahana, and all the Navadvip Vasis, right, at least that the custom was there at that point of time to take bath in the river Ganga. And all the devotees, they went to Ganga and they were bathing in that Grahana period and they were chanting, Haribo! Definitely these devotees at that point of time, they had a much more intense crying out from their heart to chant Haribo! It is mentioned by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and Vrindavan Thakur, where everybody was chanting, even the mlechas. They were saying, oh, you see, all the Hindus, they are chanting Hari Hari. In a joking way, even they were also chanting Hari Hari. Right? And all of them were taking bath in Ganga. At that point of time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Right? And then, right, Nimai, when he was a boy, he used to take his friends and he used to play in the Ganga. When Nimai, became a little elder, right? He used to, once you kind of, Upanayan, like, he was going every day, right? 3 times, right, to take bath. Every time, 3 times to worship Mother Ganga, right? And it is also mentioned, a very beautiful pastime of Kesava Kashmiri, right? When this big Digvijay Pandit from Kashmir came, right, with a big, agenda that I want to defeat all the Pandits, and at that point of time, right, this Navadvip was considered the Oxford, or one of the topmost university of knowledge, right? Different Siddhantas. Then, okay, I'll go to this Navadvip and I will defeat everybody. At that time, all the Pandits, they were getting scared. What to do now? This Digvijay Pandit is coming and defeat us and take away the reputation of Navadvip. And at that point, they say to Nimai, oh Nimai, could you please take care of him? And Nimai, in a very cool way, it is mentioned that how, right, he defeated the arrogance of Kesava Kashmiri. And I said, oh, Digvijay Pandit, we have heard so much of glories of you. why don't you really glorify Mother Ganga? And then this Digbay Pandit, he was really, looking for some opportunity, right, to share his potency, right? And then just in a like rays of wind, right, he composed 100 verses, not recited, right, from some remembrance, or he just read it. He composed, right, 100 verses on the glories of Mother Ganga. And it is mentioned that how Nimai Pandit at that point of time, he asked Kesav Kashmiri, oh, wonderful, you kind of, compose those beautiful, these 100 verses. But tell me, what are the other, what are the faults you have in this prayer? Kesav Kashmiri really got the shock of his life. How can there be any fault in my composition? And the Nimai Pandit, he really pointed out grammatically, with understanding what are the defects, right, in that way. And this Digvijay Pandit, he was really getting embarrassed, right? But at the same time, the quality of Mahaprabhu was that though he was really defeating Kesava Kashmiri, but he was not really defeating his ego. He was not hurting his ego, right? This is what, in the preaching also we should understand, right? And now, once you really give some siddhanta to somebody, it's not to defeat or hurt his ego, but then how he can really accept that mercy that is really coming in the parampara, right? And yes, this is the praise, right? This is the discussion happened between Kesava Kashmiri and Nimai Pandit. And there are so many other pastimes that happened, like Mahaprabhu inaugurated Sankirtan movement here, or Mahaprabhu, when he took sannyas, right, he took bath in Ganga, and then he went to this Katwa, and he took the sannyas, initiation from Kesava Kashmiri. But then I'll tell you one small pastime. Would like to hear? It is mentioned in Gauranga Champu that how one time, Mahaprabhu had gone, Nimai Pandit had gone, to take bath along with his teacher, Gangadas Pandit. And at that point of time, everybody knew that Nimai Pandit, right, he goes to Ganga only to take bath. Otherwise, he would not he would not put his foot in Ganga. Because Ganga is so sacred. It's a Patita Pavani, right? Is a bestower of Gauranga Prem, right? So, Nimai would not put his leg on Ganga otherwise, unless, he has to take bath. And then on that day, right, Nimai took bath. He came back to the bank of Ganga. Still, Gangadas Pandit, he was taking his bath. At that point of time, and Gangadas remembered, and he wanted to test his student. Okay, let me see what he does today. And he said, Nimai, could you please bring some sesame seeds? I want to offer it to Ganga. And then Nimai said, okay, my dear teacher, I'll do it right away. Right? And then he collected the sesame seeds, and he was going. And then Gangadas Pandit was looking at his feet. Now, what he will do now? Whether he will really step on Mother Ganga, right? And at that point of time, right, surprisingly, what happened? A beautiful lotus flower came up, right? And it cradled at the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu, the Nimai Pandit. And as soon as he put one more foot, one more lotus flower came. Right? This is how, right? Like Nimai Pandit took care of his vow. And how it was done? By Mother Ganga. Mother Ganga said it's the right opportunity. She was really putting her hand right with that lotus flower. Oh, now I'm really getting this, dust. Of course, there is no dust in the Nimai's, lotus feet. But here I'm getting this, the mercy of Nimai. Right? That's what he was really putting that lotus flower so that, Mahaprabhu would really, step on it. And then Gangadas Pandit could realize that again and again that this Nimai is not an ordinary child. He is the Supreme God himself. But yes, this Ganga is a Charanamrita. So, why you are telling these stories is that let's not take it for granted anything in a dham. Right? Once again, Jagannath Babaji Maharaj used to say that even the animals like Kukura, the dog, is more merciful, right? Like, or more fortunate than all of us. That's why one time, even the dogs, right? They were the puppies, and they came together to take some, prasad from Jagannath Babaji Maharaj's plate. And Jagannath Babaji Maharaj's servant, Bihari, he was saying, oh, go away, go away, go away. All the puppies, he was really, throwing them. And then Jagannath Babaji said, stop it. Right? Because these kukuras, they are even, so fortunate to be in dhams. Like yesterday we hear that, like, if somebody somehow really fall down because of some conditioning, they appear as some animals in dham. Right? Yes, they are very fortunate. Right? And yes, there are so many glories of dham. Like each of the particle in dham, they are so glorious. At the same time, my dear friends, our Acharya is also giving this very beautiful verse, this Yasasma Buddhi Kunapeti Dhaduge. Right? They're saying that don't go to Dham just to take bath from some river. Right? But you go to Dham to hear from the devotees of the Lord. Right? Yasya Tirtha Buddhi Salilina Karichi Janesu Avikesu Saiva Gokhara. If you're just kind of going there, right, without understanding the glories of Ganga, without understanding the glories of the devotees of the Lord, right, you're just an animal. Huh? Mm. And at the same time, Narottam Das Thakur also saying, very beautifully, he's saying that Gangara Parasa Haile Pachate Pavana Tathane Pavitra Karo Etomara Guna. So he's saying that, yes, without understanding the real glories, and we might take bath in Mother Ganga for so many times, but we really don't get the real benefit. Or if we, whatever the benefit, we get it. It is mentioned, Darsane Pavitra Karo Ei Tumar Guna. Once we have just a darshan of the devotees of the Lord, we get much more piety. We get much more devotional, piety. Krishna praying. We understand how beautiful, how auspicious is to have darshan of the devotees of the Lord. Darsane Pavitra Karo Ei Tumar Guna. We cannot even compare, right? Having a darshan of the devotees of the Lord, even to taking, Gangare Paraso Hoile Paschate Pavana. So now let's proceed a little further, right? To take association of these devotees of the Lord in the Simantadwip. So here it is mentioned one day in Kailas, Lord Shiva, he was dancing and chanting loudly. Bol Hari Bol. Bol Hari Bol, Bol Hari Bol. Man ra anande vai Bol Hari Bol, Bol Hari Bol. Bol Hari Bol, Bol Hari Bol, Bol Hari Bol. Jana me jana me sukhe Bol Hari Bol. Jana me sukhe Bol Hari Bol, Bol Hari Bol, Bol Hari Bol, Bol Hari Bol. सुखे थाके दुखे थाके बोल हरि बोल बोल हरि बोल बोल हरि बोल. So he was chanting and glorifying the Lord's name of Lord Hari. At the same time, he was also chanting Gauranga. And at that time, Mother Parvati, she was watching what is really happening. This is not the time of Pradaya. Why Lord Shiva is dancing and singing so enthusiastically, right? Like here, the name of Gauranga, right? It really brings so much of energy. Because Gauranga, right, the way he sings and dance, it really transforms everyone, right? Not only Gauranga, even the Gaur of Bhaktas, the devotees of the Lord. In Chaitanya Bhagavat, there is a very beautiful, sloka. It is mentioned that how when the devotees of the Lord, they are singing and dancing, right? Three things happens. Would you like to know? What happens? When they are dancing, this earth get purified by the dust of the devotees of the Lord. And when the devotees are singing and dancing, right, all the directions they get purified. All the chari, dika, they all get purified just by the glance of the devotees of the Lord. And when they raise their hands and chant Gauranga, by raising their hands, Gauranga, with this antenna, they purify the heavenly planets. Right? So people want to go to heavenly planet, the Sarka, right? But this is the potency of the bhaktas of the Lord Gauranga, that by just showing this, they purify the heavenly world. This is the potency of the singing and dancing of Gauranga. So now we understand why we sing and dance, right? Oh, while chanting Kirtan. And similarly, it's Lord Shiva. You are so much ecstasy. You are so much in ecstasy. And then Parvati was saying, what is really happening to my beloved husband today? Right? What should be done? And then somehow, right, she begged forgiveness. He approached Lord Shiva. Said, please tell me, what happened? Why you are so much of an ecstasy today? And then Lord Shiva said, yes, Gauranga Mahaprabhu is soon going to appear here, right? And he is going to perform this wonderful singing and dancing, right? I'm really looking forward to it. But then Mother Parvati is saying that, how unfortunate I am. How sad it is. Lord Shiva said, why? What happened? Don't you remember? Always the devotees of the Lord, what they chant? Krishna Surya Sama Maya Hoya Andhakar. Jaha Krishna Tai Nahi Maharadhikar. They say that Krishna is like sun. And like this Maya is like Andhakar. And Jaha Krishna, wherever there is a Krishna, there is no place for Maya. So, if Gauranga is appearing, there is no place for me. Because yes, Parvati is also like Maya Devi. Right? Of course, he has the two different manifestations. Right? But then yes, I will not have any place in this Navadip Dham. I will not be able to approach Gauranga Mahaprabhu. How unfortunate I am. And then Lord Shiva said, yes, why do one thing? You go to this beautiful place, Simantadwip. Right? Once again, we understand that though we might not be qualified, but in this place, once we come, just like Mother Parvati, that we get the mercy of Gauranga. Right? Yes, Mother Parvati really performed austerities, right? And by chanting this Gauranga's name, Bhaja Gauranga, Koho Gauranga, Lo Gauranga Namare. So chanting Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Especially our dear, most beloved Jayapatha Swami Maharaj, whenever he comes here, he tells all the devotees one thing. Please chant Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. We are coming here to really release this place only because of Jayapatha Swami Maharaj. And if we want to really please Maharaj, we have to chant Gauranga. Right? Yes. Because, devotees really understand that by just chanting the name of Gauranga, we get the mercy of Gauranga. Right? Mahaprabhu appeared in front of Mother Parvati, right? And said, okay, tell me what you need. That yes, I need your mercy. I need your causeless mercy, though I am not qualified. Though constitutionally, I need to stay away from you, but please shower your mercy. And then Gauranga Mahaprabhu said, yes, when I appear, this is the place of Navadip, right? And you have an eternal place in this dham. And that is the place of Simantadwip. And at that point of time, Mother Parvati, she took some dust from the Gauranga Mahaprabhu and really she put it in the spotting hair. It's called Simanta. It is called Simanta, right? So that's the place, it's called Simantadwip, right? And Mother Parvati is called Simantini, right? Yes, Lord appeared in a very beautiful form. It is mentioned like, Mother Parvati was so mesmerized by seeing the beauty of Lord Gauranga. Kanchana Sadrusa Deha Aruna Vashana Pulakasra Kampa Deha Tahate Bhushana. How beautiful how the Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu, once he appeared in this molten golden form, right, with a Pulaka Asru, always chanting this name of Lord Gauranga, right? And then, right, this is the place, once you go there, right, of course, there is a temple, right, in our Navadip Parikrama, the devotees are going and found that, Simantini temple. But over a period of time, it was very dilapidated, it was very ruined. And then the devotees in our Navadip Parikrama, right, they found that, we need to restore these places. And during this parikrama only, they raised some fund. They said, okay, we'll restore this temple and maybe now we'll kind of bring a beautiful marble deity. At the same time, Sripati Swami Maharaj and the devotees said that, because this place, lot of people, other kind of people also come and they do a lot of tamasic puja. So it's not appropriate, for us to, maintain this temple. And we cannot keep a Vaishnava devotee also to take care of this. So what we'll do, we'll establish the deity in our, Rajapur, Jagannath temple. So that's how once you go there today, in our Rajapur temple, you will see Simantini Devi, how she is praying to Gauranga Mahaprabhu, right? And as we go further, right, as we talked about this Jagannath Mandir, this Jagannath Mandir is also not different than the Puri Dham. Nilachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Badabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathayate Namaha. Yes, this place, please hear carefully. This, yes, we have a desire. We had visited 2 years back. Some of the devotees have not visited, right? Or you have visited so long back. But today, once you go there in this Jagannath Mandir, this place is also non-different. And then this Puri, this Lord Jagannath. It is mentioned that during the Mahaprabhu's time, there was a very dear associate of Mahaprabhu. His name was Jagdisha Ganguly. So he was also one of the associates of Mahaprabhu who used to go every year to Puri to take association of Lord Jagannath and also to associate with Mahaprabhu. And he was going, right, till his late years, till the age of 90s. But in the age of 90, somehow he developed some blindness. He was not able to go. And the devotees requested him that, oh, now you are very old. It's very difficult to take care of yourself. Now you please don't go. But, that is the most difficult part for a devotee, to be away from Mahaprabhu, to away from the devotees of the Lord. And he was thinking, what is the use of living if I cannot have the association of Mahaprabhu, if I cannot really associate with the devotees, right? And he was really contemplating that, yes, now I should leave my body. At that time, once he had so much of separation, so much of intense desire to serve Lord Jagannath and Mahaprabhu. And at that on that night, he got a dream. Right? It was mentioned that how this place is so merciful. Right? Next day, once you go and take bath in this river Ganga, a wood will come and touch you. Right? And you take that wood and you carve the deity of Lord Jagannath. And you go to this place where there is this carpenter, is there, this devotee carpenter. You ask him to carve the deity, right? But this carpenter, right, he would say, no, I will not do it. But you insist, So Lord gives all the formula, what will happen, all the steps, so that you don't get confused at any point of time. And as I requested, this Jagadish Ganguly, he comes, right? And next day morning, once he takes bath, this wood comes, and then, he tells this carpenter, but this carpenter had one problem. He had leper, right? And he said, no, I cannot do it. How can I really do it? When I just touch something, the blood and pus is coming from my body. How can I do it? And then somehow he begged, yes, I request you, I beg you. Once you do it, Lord has said that, your leper will go away, right? And with so much of difficulty, this carpenter, right, he, started carving the deity. And once the deity manifested, lo and behold, his disease gone. Not only disease gone, and he got so much of ecstasy, this love of Godhead, right? Until from that point of time, this Jagadish Ganguly, he was really serving. And then he was still missing something. And then what he was missing? Baldev and Subhadra Mai and Sudarshan, right? Because only Jagannath was there. So then he got, the deity carved, right, from the local neem wood. And all the deities are there, and every day was serving so nicely. But over a period of time, like Lord has his own plan. Sometimes he manifests, sometimes he gets unmanifested, and the deities got unmanifested. And just once again, just recently, right, like, there was one devotee called Jaimini Ghosh and Panik Chakravarti and so on, like, how through them, the same Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadramai, they got manifested. But once again, right, they were not able to take care of the deities properly. At that point of time, they really approached our ISKCON temple. We are not able to take care of the deities. Why don't you take care? And then the devotees, they started uh, uh, offering worship to that Lord. And there are so many. I would suggest you, because the lack of time will not be able to discuss in detail this. So, unlimited pastimes of Lord Jagannath. But you can really get a book from our book stalls here. It's called Pastimes of Lord Jagannath, Baldev Subhadramai from Maya. Subhadramai in Rajapur Jagannath. Or maybe once you go there, you can buy that small book where so many pastimes are there. I'll just tell you one or two pastime. So one time, this pujari was going there to worship, Lord Jagannath, Baldev Subhadra Maharani, right? He got a dream, that Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadramai, they are running away from the temple. And this devotee is saying, "Oh Jagannath, where are you going?" Lord Jagannath even don't look him back also. He said, "We are going." Why? You are not offering any good, bhoga to us. But in Mayapur Chandradoy Mandir, to this Radha Madhav Astasakhi, they are having opulent bhogas. We want to go there. And Jagannath means he is bhoga priya. Bhojan priya. Right? Like, you're not offering it. So what had happened that, somehow Jayapatra Swami Maharaj, he came to know that, right, like, right, because their ownership transfer has not been done, and he was thinking that if, they will take away the place, we might not be able to continue this elaborate worship. So, and Jayapatra Swami Maharaj had said that, okay, don't make it so grand yet, but then once it comes under us, then we'll take care of this deity with nice bhogas and so on. And so the devotees had kind of trimmed down, giving very little prasadam, and this pujari, once he told this story to Jayapatra Maharaj, and he said that, "Oh Krishna, oh Lord Jagannath, so I didn't realize that you had already started offering grand offering, and because of me, you had, trimmed down and offering simple, bhogas. So please ensure that you offer as opulent as possible." Right? So still now they really maintain Rajbhog, at least 20 bhoga they really offer to Lord Jagannath. Jagannath Swami ki! Right? Yes, especially Pankajangri Prabhu and Jananivas Prabhu, right? They are the devotees who have really, manifested so many beautiful pastimes through this Jagannath deity. And I remember in one Yatra, right, Pankajangri Prabhu, he was going on and going on, going on with so many pastimes. And he was saying, Jagannath Swami ki! Right? Like, there are so many unlimited pastimes are there. Right? Okay, one more pastime, right? Like, one time, like one devotee, he really took some Jagannath Mahaprasad from the temple, and then he offered it to one of his Muslim friend. That, why don't you take it? And this Muslim person said, "No, no, no, I don't take anything, which is coming from this Hindu temple." And he just, left it, right? And then on that night, do you think what happened? Next day morning, the effect is that this Muslim person, he came to his friend and they said, "From where you got it?" He said, "No, I went to that temple, Jagannath Mandir, I got it." And then he came back and, I put a prostrated obeisances, he begged for the, Prasad, thoda sa dijiye, thoda. And then they don't know why, you're having the stopping and why having so much of eagerness. Prasada. I know that, the devotees look for prasadam, but we have not seen this kind of an eagerness from a Muhammadian people. And then he told the story. Do you know what happened? Yesterday night, this white person, he came in my dream and he sat on top of my chest and he was really tearing apart my chest. And at that point, this middle lady, she was saying, "Kill him, kill him, kill him." But this black person, he was saying, "Please forgive him this time. Please forgive him." Right? This is what it is. Right? And then, the devotees never got really inspired, and how Lord Jagannath, he really manifests his, potency to even a lecture. You see how that person is so merciful that he was really touched by Lord Jagannath. Any of you have received that mercy? Right? So at any point of time, we should not think that, he's a lecture, he's this or that. Right? Even because we are lower than that we are not getting the mercy of Lord Jagannath. Said, yes, today once you go in front of Lord Jagannath, you should really pray. Right? Oh Lord, yes, I am really fallen. I am really fallen. Please shower your mercy. Oh Lord Jagannath. Yes, he is the most merciful person. Right? So, as we go further, right? So, once again, I would request you to please read that, book. And in that place also, right, we see that, okay, we have a Simantini temple, we have Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. And there is also a nice Samadhi Mandir is also there of Jayananda. How many of you know who is Jayananda here? Very few. How many have attended our ISKCON Rath Yatra? So unfortunate. You have not attended Rath Yatra. Right? Yes, last year for the first time in our ISKCON Whitefield, we celebrated Rath Yatra. And for the pleasure of Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Mai, we are planning to celebrate once again Jagannath Rath Yatra in our Whitefield. Haribol! Yes, please pray and that we will have a wonderful Jagannath Rath Yatra. But do you know how it started? Right? Yes, of course it started, and especially now all the Western worlds. Now you go to any part of the world, you will see Jagannath Rath Yatra. It's only by the divine arrangement of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki! And when Srila Prabhupada was staying in West, right, in San Francisco specifically, right, will not go into so many pastimes there. But then there was this one devotee called Jayananda. It's called, his material name was Jim Core. He was a mechanical engineer, right? But at the same time, he was a very renounced, right? And he was driving the cabs, because he wanted to live a simple life. But once then he came in touch with the devotees of the Lord, right? His heart got transformed. Right? He was really going every day to take prasad, right? And then over a period of time, he gets so much attached to Srila Prabhupada. And the devotees say that this Jayananda Prabhu, he had three things. He had so much of strong faith. What are the three things? The holy names of the Lord. Second, the words of Srila Prabhupada. And third thing is prasad. Right? So, like, he had so much strong faith in the holy name that, wherever he was going, he was chanting loudly and singing and dancing with all the devotees. Even if there will be one devotee, right, he will take him to this Harinam Kirtan. And he'll go to the most unfortunate place in this Bay Area, the San Francisco, and he would ask them, please chant this name. And you know what is the effect? It is mentioned that he was dear, right, even to the ruffians, to the most degraded people also. Just like Swadha Goswami said, Dhira, Dhiro, Janopriya Karo, right? We hear that glories of Swadha Goswami, right? So, right, he was dear, right? When after some time in 1977, when Jayananda left, when the devotees were passing by that area, right, all the degraded people at that point of time also, they were asking, where is Jani Ananda? Because you always, so much of blissful, right? And we don't know anything about your philosophy, this Krishna conscious philosophy, but we know for sure that because Jani Ananda, this Jayananda, he was really following this, movement. This movement must be great. You see, that's not the impact. Your real preaching, why with your behavior, not by giving a big class, not by defeating them, right? With our behavior, we can transform others. That is the quality of Jayananda. And another thing is that, right, he had so much of faith in Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada had mentioned that, yes, we can celebrate festival every day, right? Just he took that line to his heart. He was planning to celebrate every day a festival. That's why he's called festival man. He was really festival man, right? And he was doing grand festivals. And the most important festival he used to celebrate is Rath Yatra, right? That's the reason, right? We see that we have a photo of Jayananda Prabhu in our all Rathas, especially in ISKCON Rathas, wherever we celebrate. Because, he was instructed, Jayananda Prabhu was instructed by Srila Prabhupada to build the Ratha, to build the cart. Right? I'll just tell one pastime of Rath Yatra of Jayananda Prabhu. So one time, that was in 1976, somehow during that point of time, he got diagnosed with a cancer. right? His body was really in a very, very dilapidated condition. At the same time, he wanted to serve Lord Jagannath, right? He was growing. Another beautiful quality of Jayananda is that he was engaging each one, everyone, not only the devotees only. Whoever he was meeting, he was really engaging them in the Lord's service, right? And this long back, right, in the late 60s, I think 69 or so, right? Even, his only Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he was just passing by, right? And at that point of time, of course, these are eternal associates. Prabhupada says that, all my disciples, they are eternal associates, and especially, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj is is a associate of Mahaprabhu only. But at the same time, they were playing their own pastimes, right? So he was passing by, and then Jayananda Prabhu called him, "Could you please come and just help me in, putting a nails onto this ratha?" And he said, "Okay, I don't mind, just helping you, just putting that nail." And that's where, it started. Jayapataka Swami Maharaj service in this, this movement of Srila Prabhupada. Right? He was engaging at everybody. Right? And then he was saying, go to my room, and in the table, there is a prasad, and you can collect it. Especially Vaisakhi Prabhu, who is considered as a Kirtan Samrat of our movement. And he used to tell that, one time he told me, go to my room, and there is a mango, I have kept it for you. And how he was personal, how he was so loving. And then Vaisakhi Prabhu was saying that, that is the most delicious, juiciest, and the sweetest mango that I had taken. Because that was offered with so much love. Because whatever it is, wanted to offer with so much love, that it becomes so sweeter. Right? And this 1976 Rath Yatra, right? They put hours, like this Jayananda Prabhu, during that difficult health challenges also, he was working 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours in that site only, sleeping and everything, right? And somehow day before the cart was ready, but just the day before night, there was a big storm and the whole cart got collapsed. And the devotees were really crying out, "Oh, we had made so big arrangements, and now what will happen? What will happen to all our, all the programs?" Right? And the devotees, they were saying that, "Oh, now we'll just tell Prabhupada that now we are cancelling this Rath Yatra." And the Jayananda Prabhu, he really got out some devotees, and really he worked whole night, right? With engaging everyone. And he made the kat ready next day morning. Jayananda Prabhu ki, Jagannath Swami ki. Right? This is the attachment he had, for Prabhupada. That you can do anything for the pleasure of Prabhupada. He would say that there is no word called impossible. Right? If you have the strong desire, we can really fulfill, the desire of Srila Prabhupada, the mood of Prabhupada. Like, especially, Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, he says that, like, "Oh, Jayananda, you are like Lord Shiva." Right? You really even can't, leave. Even this Bhutas, Ganas are the most degraded people also. And you are the most unselfish people, unselfish devotees. Right? So that's the glories of Jayananda Prabhu. So once we go there today, please take shelter of Jayananda Prabhu, that we can really get, this taste and really being attached to Srila Prabhupada's words, and being attached to the holy name, and really being attached, to, bring each and everyone, to engage and everyone, right, in the service of Lord Jagannath. Right? And during his last moment, he was there in the hospital. But then they said, "No, okay, when the doctor or the devotees, when they come into the hospital in that specific bed, they saw that Jayananda is not there. But they saw that, Prabhupada's photo is there. And they were wondering, where is Jayananda?" And they said, Jayananda was sleeping on the floor. Lord said, "No, I cannot sleep on this bed." Right? He was such a renounced devotee. But just a matter of time, then he left that hospital. He said, "No, I cannot live here." Right? Because there is no kirtan here. There is no, nice association here. And then he left, and then he, that Divana Medical Center. And he said, "Okay, I'll be happy, living my body in the association of devotees." And, when Srila Prabhupada heard that, like, the glorious departure of Jayananda, and how not only that time, but also he was one of the first devotees, the Bhagavad Gita that we are reading is because of Jayananda Prabhu. He had donated $5,000 during that point of time, just by, riding the taxis, right? By kind of driving the taxi in this place, right? And getting that money and, saving that, and he gave it to Srila Prabhupada. And through that $5,000, Bhagavad Gita got printed. Right? And yes, there are so many unlimited glories of Jayananda Prabhu, right? And sometimes one time one devotee, right, one Mataji was saying in Mayapur Dham, that, you must be thinking that, "Oh, this place is so nice, so beautiful," right? But you don't really understand what the devotees have gone through to come to this place. To bring up this place, how much blood and sweat the devotees have gone through. So please pay our gratitude to all the devotees who have really toiled so much. All the, like Prabhupada, whatever he has done it. Right? Or Prabhupada's predecessor acharyas, what they have done it. Or Prabhupada's disciples or the grand disciples, what they have done it. Please think of it. Please, recognize their contribution. Please remember them and reciprocate them, with our love, with our action. Right? Otherwise, just coming to Dham, it will be just a, eye exercise. Right? What Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur used to say. Right? Just try to ensure that by remembering these beautiful pastimes, your heart should melt. So now, I'll just tell one more pastime before we go. Right? Of course, there are two, but then we'll try to cut it very short. There is this first place. Now, after we go from here, we'll go to a place called Chand Kaji Samadhi. Right? This Chand Kaji Samadhi. So all of you know that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing his pastimes, his Sankirtan pastimes in Srivasangan, that I think we'll be going tomorrow. And Prabhuji will be narrating this beautiful pastime that happened in Srivasangan. And when Mahaprabhu was performing this, unlimited pastimes, right, he was doing it in the closed door because, other people, they might not appreciate, they might not understand the glories of Sankirtan. He was doing it in the closed doors, but the outside people, they were feeling very envious. Oh, what is Srivas and, all these devotees, what they are doing? They are doing all these nonsense things. So what we will do, why they are calling out so loudly? They are disturbing Lord. Lord is sleeping now, and why they are disturbing? Right? They said, no, we should really now complain to this local Muslim government so that they should be really punished. And somehow they went to complain to this Kaji, local Kaji, that you see how these people, they are really ruining our Hindu society by just loudly singing and dancing and doing all kind of nonsense things which is not there anywhere. And then this Chand Kaji, he came and said that, what are you doing? Don't you know this is the time of, praying to Allah, and why you are kind of doing and disturbing this whole society. And he came and he threatened them. And then tomorrow we'll be hearing that first time that how he broke the mridanga, which is considered to be so inauspicious, because that's really the mridanga and karta. This is the really Balaram. This is the really heart of the devotees, right? The devotees really got disheartened. But then Mahaprabhu said, "Don't worry, right? Yes, this is the opportunity for us now to take this Sankirtan to the street of Navadip." Right? That was the first disobedience movement. Srila Prabhupada said, civil disobedience movement. That was the first time that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that was the first Sankirtan that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, right? In Navadip, or in this place. Right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he called all the devotees of Navadip. Everybody came, right? And that with groups and hundreds and thousands of devotees, they started chanting, Gauranga! And the way they were going, right? All the devotees, they were bringing the torches. They were really, bringing this old ladies, child. Everybody is really getting part, because the first time they were really releasing this Sankirtan. And as they were going, somewhere they chanting, kill the Kaji, kill the Kaji, kill the Kaji. And this Kaji, when he heard that, he really got scared. What is really happening? He kind of went into the hiding, right? And then Mahaprabhu really appeared, right? And he went inside that house. And then he said, no, please call the Kaji. And then somehow Kaji, in a very, terrified mood, he appeared in front of this Mahaprabhu, Nimai Pandit. He said, and then this Kaji is saying, Nimai, don't you know that? In a way, you are like my Hanja, right? And I'm your mama, right? Because your maternal grandfather, Ilambar Chakrabarti, and my father, they are good friends. So in that way, I'm your mama, and and you are my Bhanja, so you should be respectful to me, and yes, we are really in a way, relatives. And then this Nimai Pandit said, if you are my relative, then why are you hiding? Why are you not coming to welcome me? And then yes, listen, I welcome you. And then they said that, by the way, I have to also share some secret with you. Nimai said, these are all my friends only. There is nothing hidden, whatever I do, right? So please share whatever you want to do. Then he said, do you know what happened? The day I went to break this mridanga, on that day night, do you know what happened? He opened his cloth, and then he said that, you see these marks of lion, because there was this Narahari, right? This divine personality with a half lion, half man person. He had really come. He came and really, he was really chastising me. Right? Don't ever do it again. I am just leaving you today. But if you do it again, right? See, the marks are there, right? And the devotees are saying, Lord Narsimhadev Bhagavan ki. Yes, Lord Narsimhadev. He's like a, big, ferocious, right? Divine personality, right? For all the demons. And for the devotees, he's just like, a mother to the cub, right? So, yes, yes, whenever there is difficulty, Lord Narsimha is there to protect, right? All the preaching, all the anarthas that we have. So, that's why every day we chant Bhakti Vigna Vinasaka Narsimhadev. Sometimes the devotees chant Bhakti Vinasaka Narsimhadev. So it is Bhakti Vigna Vinasaka. So whatever the Vigna appear, Lord Narsimhadev takes care. So that's why we take shelter of Lord Narsimhadev every day. And after that, right, this Kaji and Mahaprabhu, there's a very nice discussion that happens, right? We'll discuss sometime later, right? How Mahaprabhu tells him that how we should not do the cow killing, how we should not be slaughtering, how we should really, even worship the Lord, the deity forms and so on. Right? And after that, right, this Kaji, he really announces to everybody, there will be no more disturbance to Sankirtan. Parama Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtana ki! Right? And it is mentioned that there could be riots in many parts of the Bengal, but no point of time there was any kind of a riot in this area. Because he has announced it so strictly that the Sankirtana should not be stopped. And today, once you go this Chandkari Samadhi, we'll see a Samadhi there. And by the way, this Samadhi is also very, very, very important for all the Gaudiyas. Do you know why? Right? As tomorrow also we'll be hearing from Prabhuji that how even this Yog Pit, the appearance place of Mahaprabhu, it was also kind of lost over a period of time. Right? Sometimes we think that how it happens and what is it. My dear devotees, right? Even Srila Prabhupada's birthplace was like kind of oblivious to the society. There are so many slums and this house and that house. Only just couple of years back, the devotees from Calcutta, they have really manifested it again. Right? So yes, this is the power of time is so strong. Right? Even this birthplace of Mahaprabhu had also lost. Right? And all the devotees, led by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Jayanand Babaji Maharaj, then Prabhuji will discuss tomorrow that, how they really, identified that place. And one of the landmark, how they really identified is that this Chandkadi Samadhi. They said, yes, this is a place, this place must be near this, Chandkadi Samadhi, and then they set up a name tree and all that, we'll be discussing tomorrow. But this is one of the landmarks, right? Even the British government, after doing a lot of research, they identified this is the place of Mahaprabhu's appearance. Right? And today we'll find the two trees there. One is a neem tree and one is a champak tree. That champak tree represented is called this Chandkaji, and this neem tree is demise, right? And how they are really embracing each other, right? That here also, once again, we hear in this pastime and we realize this pastime that how, in spite of whatever the differences we might have, how we should really walk together and really glorify Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And just last pastime before we go. So because we'll not be going to that place today because it's a little hot and this is a little behind the Jagannath Mandir. That place is called Sridhara Kalavech's Angan. The place where Sridhara Kalavech. So we'll be discussing this pastime in very much in detail, maybe during Mahaprakash Leela on Thursday evening, hopefully with Krishna's willing, Gauranga Mahaprabhu's willing. But just to cut it short, as Mahaprabhu was really returning from this Chandkaji's place, right? Then he really passed through this Sridhara Kolavech's house. And that is mentioned that how he took a pot, very, thrown out pot, metal pot, where Sridhar Kolavecha, he didn't have anything. He was such a poor that he didn't have a proper thatch roof also. He didn't have a cloth also. There were knots everywhere, right? And he was using that pot for everything. And Mahaprabhu, he took that water from that pot and he drank it. He said, oh, this is the bliss. And though the devotees were saying no to it, but Mahaprabhu released it. Because Mahaprabhu releases the love of his devotees. Right? And there was so very beautiful discussions happens about, Sridhar Kalapecha, how he was a banana seller. right? And there used to be this love fight, banana love fights between Sridhar Kolavecha and Nimai Pandit, right? How Nimai Pandit, he used to spend hours fighting or quarreling, right? In a loving way, just like, Krishna was really fighting with the Gopals and Gopis and all that in Vrindavan. He was also having so beautiful pastimes here in Navadi. And Sridhar Kolavecha, he was such a dear devotee of the Lord. He's called Kusumava. He's one of the Gopas, right? In Vrindavan Leela, right? And he was spending so much of time, right, with this Sridhar Kolavecha, right? He was saying, oh Sridhara, you have really the treasure, right? Like those Sridhar Kolavecha, he was really, as I said, a banana seller, a banana leaf seller, stem seller, and and all that. And he was selling it in a very damn cheap price. And out of that also, he was giving 50% for the worship of Mother Ganga. And the rest, he was using it for his living. Right, and still Mahaprabhu would come, Nimai Pandita would come and bargain him that, oh, give it in half the price. And then there's Sridhar Kalavecha says, no, I cannot give it. And then he would say, no, okay, then I will take it away because you are already so rich. If you think I'm rich, come to my house and you see, if I come to your house, what will you feed me? Then Sridhar Kalavecha would say, what can I really feed you? I don't have anything. But once you come home, whatever I have, I'll really feed you. And no. One day I will come and find out what is the treasure you have. But today I'll just take everything with me. And then one day he will come, Nimai Pandit will come and ask Sridhar Kalavecha, do you know who am I? Sridhar Kolavecha said, yes, I know, you are this arrogant Brahmana, right, who is always boasting about your Panditya scholarship, because at that point of time, Nimai Pandit was having this beautiful lila of Panditya, right? And he was, yes, you are a Brahmana Pandit, right? But then Nimai Pandit says, no, I am a milkman. What are you saying? I am seeing you as a Brahmana only, right? And then Nimai Pandit says that, yes, do you know that the Mother Ganga that you are worshipping is coming from my lotus feet? And then Sridhar said, Vishnu. Right, and then, later point of time when this Mahaprakash Leela, then Sridhar Kalavecha would really understand that. Definitely, right? Whoever was really, he was witnessing, right? He's not different than Krishna, right? Of course, like at that point of time, he was really covered by the internal potencies of the Lord. But this here in this pastime of Sridhar Kalavecha and Mahaprabhu, we really understand that a devotee, how simple he is. Right? And how Lord does not really see that where exactly we are coming from. Once you have a sincere desire, right, and Lord will fulfill it, right? So once we go to these places, as I said, we will not be going to Sridhar Kolavecha's place, but we should really pray in that area that yes, we should have also that mood of Sridhar Kolavecha, right? Of that Anya Vilasita Sunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam Anukulyana Krishnana Sulanam Bhaktiruttama. Right, the kind of the love that Sridhar Kolavecha had received, please also grant us that mercy. Simantadwip ki, Navadip Dham ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki. Thank you very much. And now Prabhuji will share the next steps for today. So, later.